Unbound Theatre presents The Chronicles of Professor Chronomier, the Tudor Assassin. Written by Dario Knight and performed by Erika Sanderson. Epilogue. The machine hurtled through the vortex, a cool wind swirling about the brass frame and carrying Astrid's excited whoops and screams along the shimmering silver tunnel. "This is incredible!" she yelled, spinning on the spot to take in the magnificent cascade of light. The professor tended to the controls, a warm smile on her face at the giddy excitement of her fellow traveller. Now and then she would cast a cautious glance into the vortex, looking for the shadows that had menaced her on her maiden voyage. "Oh, imagine if we could have shown Marlowe this," Astrid sighed. "Imagine," the professor replied quietly, looking out into the vortex walls. Perhaps he was out there, she thought, lost in time with the precious hours the Wraith had stolen from him. When she returned home, the sorrowful task of seeing how history had recorded his usurped demise awaited her. "What's this place made of?" Astrid asked, reaching her hand out to the vortex walls. No touching." "Why not?" The professor's eyes sparkled with an idea. "I'll show you." She picked up the small log resting on the instrument panel and slowly held it out into the void. Astrid watched, open-mouthed, as the bark stripped away and shavings of wood flaked off and drifted into nothing. The log grew thinner and thinner until it had returned to the form of a pencil. The professor pulled it away from the void and looked at it contentedly. "Ta-da!" Astrid looked at her blankly. "What is it?" "Oh, yes, that's right," said the professor. "Hasn't been invented yet. Not for another 2 centuries. Never mind." "So where are we going? Back to where you're from?" "That's the plan." A high-pitched whistle caused them both to turn. One of the flasks of bubbling liquid had reached a feverish boil, and steam shot from the top of it. "Ah, right. That's not supposed to happen." "What is it?" "Trouble, Astrid. Quite a lot of trouble." Cracks appeared in the glass, and the professor leapt to the controls, pulling levers and turning dials frantically to counteract the malfunction. Despite her efforts, the flask shattered and the machine swayed. The copper blades sped up and the other flasks bubbled more excitedly. The professor continued to struggle with the controls. "What are you doing?" "Emergency landing." "Where?" "Not a clue. Nor when, come to think of it. Hold on tight, dear heart, we're on our way." Eyes dancing with excitement, the professor threw a lever and the static electricity surrounding the spinning hourglass erupted once again. With a rush of light, the machine was gone. The Chronicles of Professor Chronomier, an Unbound Theatre production. The Tudor Assassin was written by Dario Knight. It was performed by Erika Sanderson, with music by Kevin MacLeod.